Arvind Kejriwal's bail plea has been reserved by the Supreme Court. Its order has been reserved. And the latest that is coming in is that Arvind Kejriwal's legal panel argued against the CBI action, calling it an insurance arrest so that he can continue to be kept behind bars, and showed the bench 3 orders granting him bail in the case. While the probe agencies opposed the bail to the Delhi Chief Minister on medical grounds, claiming all treatment can be provided to him in Tihar. Not just that, the CBI also accused Arvind Kejriwal of having a role to play in the alleged liquor gate scam. But having said that, scathing observations were made by the court at one end. I want to cut across to my colleague Kanu Sharda, who's going to take us through them. Kanu, number one, the court today came down quite hard on the investigative agencies and the ASG. And on the other hand, when can we expect the reserve order to be given out?
Well, Preeti, the day-long hearing saw a lot of exchanges between both sides. Arvind Kejriwal's lawyer, senior advocate Abhishek Manu Singhvi, and Additional Solicitor General S.V. Raju, who was appearing for CBI. So a lot of exchanges happened, a lot of things happened. The ASG Raju went on to state that, if Arvind Kejriwal was granted bail, the high courts would be, would be in a position, and it would be a fearsome position. He was arguing on the point that why Arvind Kejriwal hasn't approached the trial court, then went to High Court, and why is he coming directly to the Supreme Court. He's basically alleging Arvind Kejriwal that, he is choosing his jurisdiction on his own. And that is why, the Supreme Court has also come down heavily on the investigating agency, that it has no role. They cannot say statement like this, and they should be refrained from doing so, because this will, a problem for the high courts, because high courts also have a exact jurisdiction as far as bail is concerned. So it is depending on that. As far as the order in this case is going to come, whether it will be notified only a day before, because no date has been specified by the top court. But we have seen in the past also, especially in the case of K. Kavita, the top court had reserved the order 2 days prior to when the judgment was delivered. So since it's a matter of liberty, the top court is also conscious of the fact that, it can't reserve the order for more longer time. So it's going to be expected in few days. And if it comes in favor of Arvind Kejriwal, he will have, he'll walk out from jail, because he's already on bail in the ED case from the Supreme Court. So that is what, Singhvi has also argued before the top court today, that he has got 3 favorable orders from the different courts. And if he's out on the bail in the CBI case, it shouldn't be a huge problem, because he's not a flight risk. He is a responsible CM and holds a constitutional post.
Kanu Sharda, also today, the Supreme Court took on the High Court for taking more than 7 days to, write up the order. So in that light, one would expect the court to come on the order, which has been reserved, quicker than a week's time. So we should be, possibly, hear the court on the reserved order in a few days.
Yes, Preeti, because the Supreme Court is also conscious of the fact that this case is regarding a bail. And that is why, a whole day was dedicated to this case and a bail hearing, because Supreme Court has also during the hearing noted that, it's just a matter of bail. And like the way, the investigating agency was arguing before the top court warned the ASG twice that as to why you are arguing on the merits of the case, because it is just a bail. Because, Arvind Kejriwal has, asked for the bail first, because he said that, the challenge to arrest is also one of the petition. But their first and foremost contention is that since he has some 3 orders in his favor, out on CBI case will not be a huge hindrance, because we also went on to state that, PMLA was a stringent law under which, Kejriwal got relief from the top court. But it is a CBI case which is becoming a huge problem. And Singhvi again, told the bench that, it was an insurance arrest by the ED, by the CBI in this case, because they didn't want Arvind Kejriwal to walk out from jail. And that is why, the CBI has also arrested Arvind Kejriwal 2 years after, the FIR was filed in the case initially. So taking everything in account, Supreme Court has, reserved its order. We will be expecting the order soon, at the soonest, because both the judges on the bench agreed on the fact that the, bail hearing should be conducted at a faster pace, because there are a lot of other cases which, gets hampered because of these bail hearings as well. So we are expecting the judgment to be out really soon, but won't be able to tell you at this point
Yes.
of time which date Arvind Kejriwal will get relief or not from the Supreme Court.